People, what is going on? What is going on? Welcome to the car edition one more time, man. One more time. A real quick one. Hope you guys are good. People, in Manchester, the Glazers were in town. Did you get hold of them? That is the question. Folks in Manchester, Squeegee, did you go and have a chat with the Glazers? I know you wanted me to go and have a chat with them. You had an opportunity. Let me know. People, welcome. Smash the like. Hit the subscribe. It's going to be a quick one, man. I'm out and about. Let me jump on here. And yeah, according to Manchester United, according to United Exclusive, he posted this thing that is pretty poignant at this point. It says Manchester is broken. All right. Massive debt crushing the club. Ticket prices skyrocketing while fans get exploited. Standards in free fall. And over a decade of pure mediocrity under the Glazers and now Ineos too. This club wasn't built by billionaires. It was built by us, the fans. Now it's time to fight to take it back. Join the massive march before Fulham on February the 1st at Old Trafford. All right, that is a message from United Exclusive on X. I think it's on point, really, because yeah, our club is broken. You know, it is broken, and the only time these leeches, the Glazers, decide to show up is when they know their money could be affected, right? The money could be affected. For example, like this one, they fly into Carrington, right? For this executive meeting. Apparently, it's like a scheduled meeting. There was no really any crucial reason. It's it wasn't like an emergency meeting to discuss certain things that things are not going well. Apparently, it was just an executive meeting. So that's why they flew down to Carrington. Usually they have this meeting, I think, in Monaco or something, where Sir Jim lives. So, but anyway, bottom line is this, the Glazers, obviously, they may not pay attention much about Manchester United, but they see that things are not going well, and they feel like, okay, we may be losing money here. If we don't qualify for Champions League football, we're not going to get the money. So now they are worried. They're worried. So this was a big meeting in Carrington. All right. Let's go. Kana Dunn, what up? How are you? Welcome. Smash the like, man. Hit the like button, people. It's a car version. Another late one. I'm out and about. I say, let me just jump on here. It's not a lot going on today, man. Apart from the big meeting that was held at Carrington, right? So basically, what came out of the meeting, according to James from the Mappeteer, is saying that some of the things that were discussed, right? Thank you so much for being here, man. Hit the like button. Yeah, so some of the things that have been discussed, of course, is the status of the club, right? They obviously talked about the fact that they had to sack Ruben Amorim, right? Even though Andy Mitten was saying that one of his riders, so I think it's Avram Glazer in Saudi, and pretty much he said, he kind of shouted at the Glazers, say, you know what, like something like, I hate what you're doing to my club and stuff like that. And I think it was Avram or Joel, one of them said, you know what, we're only doing what Ruben Amorim wants, one of those things. So basically, with all that is happening, and then, okay, they had to sack Sir Jim, they had to sack Ruben Amorim. Obviously, to sack him, money, you have to pay him off. So there's a lot of things that did not go according to plan. So some of the things that were being discussed today in this executive meeting is one, obviously, Wilcox job, right? He's also going to be evaluated, right, at the end of the season, how he did, right, the decisions he made, because obviously the decision to pick Ruben Amorim and then not backing him and sacking him, and you have to pay him off all that money, it's not ideal. These billionaires don't like to splash cash like that, especially the money that really they don't have, right? So a lot of mistakes they've happened. So some of the things that they were being discussed today was the whole situation with Ruben Amorim sacking. Of course, they wanted to meet Carrick as our not interim but our manager until the end of the season, right? So they wanted to meet him, and also they wanted to visit Carrington. Ever since the redevelopment that was done, they hadn't visited. So it's one of those, like, the Glazers, man. They imagine you're touring the new Carrington, knowing that you did not put a penny into that facility, right? You're touring the place. Oh, this is very nice. This is very nice. You're walking around as if and it's Jim here is the one who put in the money to renovate the place, and you're walking around as if just because you're a majority owner. So it's it's a disgraceful situation. So yeah, so they did that, the tour, and of course some of the other things that have been discussed is, according to James from Napatia, if you check his video, he's pretty good. He has a line into the club, man. Dude has a line into the club. He always has some really interesting information, what is going on in the club. So yeah, so one of the things that have been discussed is, of course, coming up with the guideline on how they're going to decide who's the next manager going to be. What are they looking for? What is the criteria of the manager, right? Because this manager that they're going to pick now, they cannot go wrong, right? They cannot go wrong. This has to be the right one for the project to move on. So some of the discussions was that, what kind of manager we're going to go for? Do we want someone who, I don't know who's going to be able to go with our plan, or someone who has done it all, won it all, who can help us follow, his guide, because they've done it, or that kind of thing. So there was discussions about that. Now, of course, there was also discussions about Manchester United. They need the Carrington facility. I believe we need some sponsorship. We also need sponsorship on the sleeves on our shirts. We don't have sponsorships on the sleeves. So all those things obviously boils down to money, right? It all boils down to money. So yeah, so basically it was those kind of discussions, and of course I'm sure Wilcox was informed, that, listen, man, this decision that you made to bring Carrick, it better work, right? Because it was his choice, right? It better work, because if it doesn't and they don't qualify for Champions League football, there have to be consequences, right? Because each decision that you make at this level, there have to be consequences, because obviously things do not work out. There's a reason why, and they're going to evaluate that, and you know what? Heads have to roll, right? Heads have to roll if things don't work out. So Wilcox also is under pressure to make sure Carrick works. That's why today, crazily, I don't know if you guys saw that, there was some report that all of a sudden, Man United, they're looking to bring in a winger, right? Which is so crazy. Like, first of all, you agree for Ruben Amorim to get rid of all our wingers that we have, right? And then now you sack Ruben Amorim, you bring in another manager, and you're trying to back this interim or manager until the end of the season with a winger, because obviously we need in this Carrick system, we need another winger. So it's crazy that to see that we are looking to bring in a winger either on loan or depends what they can do. But again, it's the middle of the month. What value are you going to be able to get? So it's kind of crazy. Whereas instead of getting a winger, how about you get a midfield, right? Get a midfield, at least you will know, okay, we have a chance here to make it to make those Champions League spots. So I mean, it's true what United Exclusive here was saying, that Manchester is broken. Like the way the club is, the way decisions we're making, it is so shambolic, right? There's no plan, there's no direction. We just go off the cuff. Oh, Carrick, oh, you need a midfielder, you need a winger. Yeah, okay, we're gonna see what we can do. Because again, Wilcox right now under pressure, they have to deliver. So it's pretty crazy, really, what is happening to our club. It is frustrating. I know a lot of us are pissed off, right? We're pissed off because it is really not what we wanted to be at this moment in time, right? In Ruben Amorim's tenure, we were not really that far away from Champions League football. But of course, he was not backed. He said, you know what, I'm out of here. So now we're going through it. We're going through it. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Let me check. JK Prods, what up? How are you? It's going, man. It's going. Welcome. Yeah, man. It's a quick one, people. It's a quick one. Not a lot of news day today, right? It was just basically the Glazers in town. So I was going to ask my Manchester folks, Squeegee and them, did you go to Carrington and gave your 2 cents to Avram Glazer and Joel, because they needed to be someone to give him a visit. Let's go. Glad to hear that. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Welcome. Yeah, people. So yeah, it is kind of crazy, and of course they are. So basically, everyone, the board was at Carrington, the Glazers were Carrington, all the Ineos team was at Carrington. But this visit, it comes right very close to the Manchester Derby, right? But these guys, they are definitely for sure they're not going to be at the Derby because they cannot afford to show their faces at Old Trafford for the Derby. It will be a complete and utter madness, right? Imagine the fans. Because this is one thing that we're all united. We want the Glazers out. They're taking a lot of money from our club. We want them out. So imagine if they're there and the fans are all fired up. Man, I mean, it will be pandemonium. So I don't think they're going to be at the game. According to James from the Mappeteers, is saying that, listen, most of these guys, they've already after the meeting was long. Apparently, it was about 6 to 8 hours long. So they had a lot to talk about, and a lot to discuss. And I hope they made the right decisions. Now, I hope Wilcox has his marching orders with Barada on what kind of manager we're gonna go for. I hope they discuss the names. Right, these managers are the ones that are going to be available after the World Cup. And if they decided, okay, what do we do? Do we go for the manager before the World Cup starts and announce the manager that we can start working with them, or like the way they did what's his name, Louis van Gaal, or they're going to wait and then announce it later? But again, if you announce it later after the World Cup, then it's a lot of moving parts that the manager is not going to be part of. So a lot of decisions. So I'm hoping that this meeting they figure that out. They have their names jotted down. These are the guys we should go for, i.e. it could be the likes of Tuchel, it could be the likes of Don Carlo Ancelotti, it could be the likes of Luis Enrique, or even De Zerbi. They needed to have come with a short list in this meeting. That way they're all in agreement. Whoever they're going to go for, they have to work and they have to be backed. But yeah, man, people, listen, it's a short one, a quick one. Just talking about this face-to-face meetings that were had today at Carrington. Yeah, it's still frustrating. This club is a joke. I really hope that Carrick can pull a miracle and find a way for us to win that game against Man City. Is it going to be easy? No. Can it be done? Absolutely. Listen, whenever we decide to show up, we can show up. How are we going to line up? I don't know. We have Mbeumo and Ahmad. They're back. But how is he going to use them? It's going to be tough to use both of them in the same team. So yeah, man. Listen, we're gonna see what tomorrow brings. We're gonna get more information. I think tomorrow we may get Carrick's press conference. We're gonna look into that, and yeah, we'll talk about it. And listen, be on the lookout. I'm gonna drop a video. It's gonna come out live, but it won't be live. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I was just going. I went through on that video. I went through all the updates, whatever was going on today, and yeah, man, that's about it. People, smash the like, hit the subscribe, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.